Hey, it's Metal Gods Meltdown, and I'm joined by
Norman Skinner from Niviane and Skinner.
I love the track. Was that wrong? I've been listening to it all day. Psycho Manitium. Yeah, it's killer.
Yeah.
What's up next for the band? Are you going to be releasing a new video soon, or?
No new videos right now. So basically, that was the final video single for our last album, The Ruthless Divine. We're actually in the studio right now, so they're tracking. Right now, drums are done. All the root guitars are done. Now they're working on harmonies, and then they're going to be doing the full solo attacks. And then I think they're starting bass this week as well. So we're working on album number 3, which we're calling Beacon in the Darkness. So that's what the band's mainly up to at this moment.
That's excellent, man. I've got a little kitten, so sorry. If I jump
cool,
up,
man.
If I jump up, it's because of this little fuck. I should have called her Satan.
Right on.
I do love the video. It's absolutely excellent. Did you have a lot of involvement with the ideas for the video, or was that down to someone else?
No, so I absolutely. I come up with all the concepts for all of our videos, and I work really closely with the director. So I'll even create shoot lists, and I'll be like, "Hey, this is what I want to see. I want it to go in this format," and then I'll give them ideas of everything, and then I say, and then you fill in the blanks because you're the pro. But I definitely have my fingers in it, and I like to have the overall concept, especially since I'm the one that writes all the lyrics and comes up with the song ideas anyway. And honestly, the directors we've worked with for the first 3, they're like, some bands come in, they have no idea. They're just like, yeah, man, we want to do a cool video. At least this way they have some direction. And I'm like, okay, cool.
I did see someone wrote on one of your posts that you're a metal chameleon. You really are, mate. You never stop, do you? You seem to be just like constantly working. It's amazing, honestly. Dedication to the cause. So the next.
Go on.
So the next album, is that going to be released on Pure Steel as well?
It's possible. We were under just a 1 album contract with them, so
right.
But it's always nice to give them the option for the next album.
Yeah.
And be like, hey, do you want this? And then if they say yes, we could either go with them yet again, or we could say, well, let's see what else we have. What other opportunities are there? So, it's up in the air. We're not bound to any particular label for the next album.
Excellent. I love the album artwork on both of the albums that you've released. Do you have a lot to do with that as well? And do you have it framed around your home, the artwork?
So I'll answer the first question. So yes, I have. Once again, it's my ideas that I come up with. So like the Druid King, I said, hey, I'm thinking something like this. And then with the Ruthless Divine, it was similar as well. The artist's name is Dusan Markovic. He is out of Serbia. He's a freelance illustrator. The guy is phenomenal. He does work for a lot of metal bands. But I give him the ideas, and then he just makes it way better than I could have thought. He runs with it. But I definitely have input as far as the artwork. I don't personally. I have my wall of shame.
Yeah.
With all my albums, right?
Yeah.
Beyond that, I don't really have any of the artwork framed or anything. I know that some of the members do. So
right. It's like a classic metal sound, and I don't know. It's just like proper metal roots. I love it, mate. Absolutely. Are you pleased to be seeing vinyl re-emerging? Then, obviously, that's what that fits on.
Yeah, it's awesome. The problem that we're having with vinyl is, so we have 2 lead guitar players. We use that dual lead guitar attack, going back to Priest and Maiden. We love that, So pretty much every song we do, we write in 2 solo sections, so both guys get a show off.
Yeah.
Problem is that makes all of our songs a little extra longer. So for the first 2 albums, if we were to do vinyl, we have to do double vinyl because the length of the songs won't fit on one, and then that becomes expensive. So we do plan on doing vinyl. We just have to work out pricing and get the demand up. So
yeah, totally, mate. Because it definitely would fit, obviously, because of the album artwork and everything. That's what it needs to be on a big, you know. But hopefully, then
get the requests.
Yeah, man, absolutely. So, is it difficult to get noticed in these pre-COVID days, and also with so many bands out there? How hard is it to sort of get your head above the parapet?
Oh, it's difficult. I mean, you're nailing it right there with that question. I mean, that's something that is number one on our list right now. Is, you know, in the United States, that's where, you know, we're more popular, and within that, we'll say within our state of California, we're popular.
Yeah.
As you move away from where we're at, you know, the numbers just drop of people who even know who we are or that have heard us, you know. The internet's great in the fact that, hey, you can promote, you can put YouTube up and Instagram.
Yeah.
But actually getting new followers, new people. Because if you're constantly promoting on the same social media, you're hitting the same people over and over and over. So, you know, we're starting to look into different PR companies to potentially use, see if we can, with this next album, see if we can get a bigger push. Because, I mean, every band thinks they're great, obviously. We think that we're talented enough to be on, you know, that level with some of the bigger bands. We've performed with them. We hold our own. It's just, how do we get the fans hearing about us? How do we get our music into their lap? So it is hard. It's absolutely difficult. So many bands. So many
I know. Well, you've got a new fan here, man. Absolutely. I was like looking again there was a flyer. You're playing soon with tribute bands. Does that bother you that a band like yours? I mean, you're fantastic, but you're having to like line up with tribute bands.
Yeah, so funny enough, this is the first time that's happened. This upcoming show, we have actually not been booked with a tribute band on the bill before, so I saw that, and they were I don't know if they were a replacement band or something happened, but I saw that and I was like, so I just look at it this way: I'm just gonna have a beer, listen, and they're a Sabbath tribute band. I'll listen to some Sabbath and I'll drink, kick back, you know. But yeah, if it. You know, this usually in our area, we're always headliner for local shows, right? Because they want us to draw. They want us to draw. This time, we were asked to join an already pre-established one. So we were like, yeah, sure, man, put us wherever you want in the bill. You know, they put a second. We're like, yeah, that means I actually get a drink before, you know, the night's over. Because usually when we headline, and we're done, the bar's closing. And I'm like, you know.
I know. But yeah, well, I suppose it'll be a good night anyway, and hopefully we'll pick up some sales and pick up new fans. I just find tribute bands a bit annoying. I mean, like where I live in Newcastle, they're charging £7 on the door for tribute bands, and I know it will be packed out. It's actually a Black Sabbath tribute band, and I know it'll be packed. But like a local band will go and play there, and there'll be hardly anyone there. And it just sort of pissed me off a little bit, you know. But that's the way of the world, isn't it? It really is.
Yeah, I agree, because like here's a great example, right? Let's say I'll go to see Iron Maiden when they come through on tour, right? And it's sold out, and it's a huge amphitheater, right? But then I'll go to a regular band show, and there's like nobody there. I'm like, where are all those people? It's just a lot of the weekend warriors, right? The ones that they only listen to that top tier bands only. They don't care about local or up and comers, unfortunately.
I know, it's hard. It really is, mate. But on to more cheerier things then. So if you could choose 2 tracks to play me, if I was a total virgin and didn't know your band at all, which ones would you choose from both albums?
So from the new one, Psychomanium's great because it's, you know, it's a mixture of the heaviness and the nicer sound. Another song off that album, I don't know. Maybe Fires in the Sky, which we released the video for, seems to be a really popular one live also. So those are 2 good ones. And the thing is, we already have videos for them. Off the first album, The Berserker was the first song we came out with. And that's the one we put up a little, not even an official music video, we just put up a little thing for people to hear the band for the first time. And it jumped to 10,000 views. And we were like, oh, I think maybe this new band might have something. So The Berserker is a great a great fun track that I think people would dig off of our first album for sure.
Brilliant.
And what's great about those is we have actual music videos for all three, so we pay attention to see what people like, and then we're like, all right, we'll make that the video. So.
Brilliant. I was talking to Carl Kennedy, rather, the Rods last night, and he's like you. He's got like 2 or 3 different bands. So, do you still like keep the other bands going at the same time as Niviane being your main?
Yeah, well, this last year I recently stepped away from 2 of my projects because it became overwhelming. The first band I quit was Magica, which a lot of people had known me for. I did I have 5 albums with them, and very popular power thrash band. I think they had, other than my 5, I think 8 albums total.
Wow.
And it had run its course. We got back together after about 9 years and did 1 more album. It was cool as Matt Thompson from King Diamond played drums on it, so that was kind of cool, and then I was just like, I just didn't have the time to devote to it. There was too much going on. And then I also stepped away from Hellscream. And for people who don't know who Hellscream is, it's essentially the band Cage, or the band The Three Tremors. It's the same band, except I'm singing instead of the other one. So we had 2 albums out, and that one, Dave and the guys got really busy with Ripper and them doing the Three Tremors and the Cage stuff. So I was like, I think that ran its course. So I was able to whittle it down to just, Niviane and Skinner, which is my own solo stuff. And I think that's all I'm going to do. I mean, I always have little things pop up where there's opportunities, and then I have to weigh and go, do I really want to take that on? We'll see. But something recently that I can't talk about has sparked up that has potential. So we'll see what happens. So
excellent. That's excellent, man. So where you are in California, I mean, obviously, like, you could probably fit the UK into California, man. You probably could. Is there a big metal scene in California and the States just outside, or is it sort of like, is it different? I don't know. It must be just so crazy to like travel there. I mean, just to get to one city must take hours from one to the other.
Yeah, it's you're definitely not. If a band's playing in New York, you're not going, let's get in the car and go check out. That is not happening, my friend.
No.
Even from where I live in Northern California, if we were going to go down to like LA, that's an 8-9 hour drive one way. So, it's pretty big. But the metal scene, yeah, man, there's actually a really good metal scene. Like, I look at my Facebook events that I'm invited to. Every day, even during the week, there's at least 3 shows going on. So to me, that shows a healthy metal scene. There's plenty of bands. There's venues that are still open right now. And there's things happening. A lot of it's on the local underground level, but we still have good mid to bigger shows that come through. And the crowds are always good.
Excellent.
So I would say, yeah, good metal scene going on here in Cali.
That's amazing, man. Okay, then the next one. If you're stuck in quarantine for a week with any musician, dead or alive, who would you have with you?
Ooh. Oh, God, that's an interesting one. You know what? I actually think it'd be fun to hang with Tom Petty.
Yeah?
Actually. Yeah, he's not a metal guy, and I never met him or anything. He's a great songwriter,
Yeah.
He'd probably try to get me stoned all day long and just drink beers and talk about stuff. And I just think he would be a cool dude to hang with and just be like, yeah, man,
Absolutely, mate. So what was the last album you listened to?
The last album. Let's see here. I listen to music. I listen to music all day long on just a random.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, I just paused my music before this, and the song that was on was Into the Never by Brainstorm. So that was the last song. That's the last song that was on. So but like, I love Brainstorm. So that's my kind of music, is heavy power metal. My like favorite bands are like Mystic Prophecy, Brainstorm, Primal Fear. And then throw in like my all-time favorite band ever is Evergrey.
Really, mate?
So man, yeah, hands down,
fantastic,
absolute.
Fantastic guys as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've interviewed them
But,
a few times. Tom's absolute legend, mate. Honestly.
uh,
But I'll tell you a funny story quickly. I'll tell you a quick funny story, right?
yeah, no, go for it.
Oh, what's she called? Shit, Tara. Is it Tara Lynch?
Yeah,
Tara Lynch, right? She
Tara,
was playing with UFO in Newcastle, and the guitarist was Tom England. It looked like Tom England, honest to God. So I've gone backstage to interview Tara, and I'm like, "You're Tom?" He's like, "No." But it's the thing was, he's called England as well. This guy, the guitarist, is called England, but he's not even related to him. And it wasn't Tom. And it's like, blew my fucking mind. I was like, what the fuck? So it was him. I'm telling you. It wasn't, though. It was just insane. It was like, what? And he's Swedish.
so was it him?
Like, what the fuck? I was
You
stunned.
sure he wasn't putting one over on you?
No, seriously, he wasn't, mate. Honestly, so I've met him before, and it was him. I'm sure it was, but it wasn't. No, because they were on tour somewhere else, and it was mental. But
messing with your head, man.
Crazy. I haven't been smoking. It hadn't been smoking either. So I don't know, man. Right, next one. He completed this sentence for me. Everybody needs Niviane in their lives because.
Right. I think, yeah. So you said, what did you say? Complete the sentence? Is that what you just said?
Yeah. Complete the sentence.
What was the sentence? Okay, complete sentence. What is it? Everybody needs what?
Accent. Right.
No. I was still laughing.
Right. Everybody needs Niviane in their lives because.
Oh, because. God, who doesn't need it? Because I need to make money. No. No, but seriously, I mean, if they're a metalhead, I mean, I can't say everybody. I mean, but any metalhead definitely needs to, because we're just such a really good mix of traditional metal and heavy U.S. power metal with a lot of European power metal stylings mixed in. We're not your typical U.S. power metal band, because we play a lot more closer to the European style.
Absolutely.
And but we get heavy, musically. We're not just going to be singing about dwarves and unicorns in the forest and stuff and being all la la la. Like we're gonna come and lay it down, but then also, I think we're kind of like I don't know. We'll take the lighter stuff. We're like a really heavy Primal Fear. We took Primal Fear and you injected some Amon in it or something. That's more what we are.
That's a good thing. Yeah, sweet. I love that. Okay then. So next one. Seems like you like me, Paul. You listen to music all day. What song from any band sums up how you're feeling right this minute?
Right, this feeling, man. Hit me with the hard questions, man. That's a good one. Oh man, I got a fucking idea. I don't know, man. How about "So Tired" by Fate's Warning?
Okay, mate. I thought you were gonna say by
We'll do that.
I think right. Okay, cool. Love it. Right. So this next bit is either or either. 5 questions. So the first one is vinyl or digital.
Oh, digital. I'm a digital
Run
guy.
to the Hills or Masters. Oh, for fuck's sake! I've only had one
Masters
beer.
of Puppets.
I've only had one beer. Run to the Hills or Master of Puppets.
Well, growing up in the San Francisco Bay Area, I got to go Master of Puppets.
Excellent. Saint or Sinner?
Oh, definitely Sinner.
Cool.
And the band as well.
Absolutely, man. Pizza or beer?
Pizza. I like to eat.
Yeah, mate, I've got to stop getting takeout. I'm really bad for it in a minute. Yeah, it's like, fuck. Right, so the last question is, this is like national security one, Joel, yeah? Kermit the Frog or Joe Biden?
Oh, Kermit the Frog all day.
Absolutely, man.
At this point, I would vote for Kermit the Frog, man. The last 2 guys we've had have been wrong in both ways. So.
Trump was entertaining. Biden's entertaining. He falls off his bike, doesn't he?
Yeah, Trump was entertaining but caused a lot of problems. And then you got Biden, who's entertaining but really doesn't do much. So it's like the world.
I love the one where he's went to shake someone's hand and there's no one there. I was like, fuck, what the fuck is going on, man?
Seeing ghosts, man.
Putin's like thinking, get in there, man. Right, anyway, sorry, get political there. Right, so do you have any final words for your fans, our viewers and listeners?
Yeah, absolutely. So obviously we'll start off with the fans and friends, right? Fans and friends, thank you for your ongoing support. More killer stuff on the way. For those of your listeners, your viewers that are, welcoming me into this program, just give us a listen. That's all I got to say. I mean, give 1-2 songs a listen, or at least maybe up to a chorus. See if you dig it. I do that all the time. I'll see some band name and I'll check it out, and I'm like, pass. Or I'll be like, oh, this is killer. This is something. Or I'll find even a handful of songs I like. Give us a chance. That's it, man. That's what it's about. You might find that we're a new band that you're just absolutely in love with. You never know.
Absolutely, mate. Brilliant.